I forgot his name, but you remember he used to draw all sorts of things in 3D with his hands,
Oh
and
Oh,
it
yeah,
just
the
want
don't
to
don't
spam.
don't take
art.
names, by the way. Don't fucking dox people in here. But he had a dance routine to explain Fourier series. Uh, Welcome to the first episode of Internet or People podcast. We're not sure yet if you want to keep the word podcast in the title, but this is a podcast on where we talk about.
It just started off so enthusiastically and just
Yeah,
died
I know.
out.
It just
We'll
fell
talk
off.
about
Yeah,
anything, really.
talk about usually
about
tech because that's what we know. I can't talk about makeup now because I don't know what the makeup industry is doing, but we can do probably a girlfriend episode and then our girlfriends can come up and talk about makeup. But anyways, right now we're starting off as a tech podcast. As a tech podcast. Okay.
Right, we need to include all our members. Rudra, Datta won't be included. If we do
Oh,
a girlfriend.
it's okay. He'll find a person to talk about makeup till then. So anyways, this podcast is going to be mainly about tech and everything surrounding it, maybe some business related stuff. That's what we're trying to focus. I'm Rudra and I've been working as a designer who's kind of trying to make, I wouldn't say I'm like, these guys would be more tech related than I am. But yeah, sure. Go ahead. Give your intro, guys.
I'd like to get started. So I just run two very small businesses,
Two very
primarily into
small.
tech.
Very small.
Pretty tiny sizable businesses. Could pocket them and take them to your gym.
But your pocket might.
So one of them is a software solutions company. Pocket might what? Overflow? I wish it did, really.
Yeah, sure.
But here's where we are. So yeah, tech-centric, product-centric, fun stuff. That's about it, really.
Okay. Let's go with Divyansh next.
Sure, yeah. So,
Oh, by the way, his name was Anand. He forgot everything. Like he said everything except his name. His name is Anand. Yeah, go ahead.
Confetti.
yeah.
Okay.
And I think before that, we should also introduce us as a group, being studied
We'll do
together
that.
in VIP. Bangalore.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, but you can start with your own intro.
Sure, yeah. So currently, yeah, as you all know, name is Divyansh, and I've been in Bangalore for three
We all
and a
know.
half years now.
We all know.
By now,
Okay.
currently I'm working in Flipkart as senior software developer. Previously, I was working in a couple of early stage startups, all B2B SaaS products. And yeah, this is our first initiative towards a podcast so far. Been interesting first 5 minutes.
Sure.
On to you.
What's up,
Okay.
Datta?
So, I'm Datta, and yeah, like Anand, I also own a small business that I'm working on. I'm inherently a tech guy, a software developer, engineer, by study, but yeah, that's about it. I mostly travel, work, and sometimes, like right now, both together. Yeah, pretty much it.
Every tech guy on Instagram
And
be
hopefully,
like.
this first episode of this podcast goes very well. Hoping to not give Rudra too much post editing work.
I mean, Datta sounds like every other tech guy on Instagram. It's like I just travel and work,
Dude,
and
Anand,
then I make
Anand
money.
forgot his name talking about his business, and I'm the tech guy. Come on.
See, this is my first efforts to a self-branding, and I've already started failing. So
Yeah.
let's see how it goes.
It would have been so funny if I hadn't started recording it because I just checked and the recording was there.
Well,
But okay.
we're not the ones that
Wait,
need to
wait,
travel in the next
you
4
weren't
hours,
recording
now
till
do
now?
we?
No, I was
He
was
is.
recording.
He
So
is.
it's just I thought I forgot and then I had a mini heart attack, but it's fine.
He's also
yeah,
traveling
so-
to Ottawa in the next 4 hours.
Yeah, but our
So it's
okay.
a bigger problem for him. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, like Divyansh was saying, our background is that we have we all met each other when we were studying in VIT Vellore. Uh, all of us are in the same course, same class. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and then
The remnants of which course that doesn't exist anymore.
yeah, our course was done after we left. Like we were the last batch who cared about Internet of Things, and then suddenly people started caring about AI.
No, rightfully so. That's partially true, because Internet of Things still existed, but then it was through computer science.
Oh,
To
okay.
give everybody a background, we did Internet of Things with electronics, right? It
Guys,
sounds
the
like it should
degree
make
was
sense, but
the
that's all
degree
it
was
did. It just
called
sounded like it made sense.
we did electronics and communication. The specialization was IoT, not the other way around.
Yes. We
I
just had to make a few API calls here and there, and that's about it. That was our undergrad, guys. IoT's related.
dude, I remember we learned about transmission and like communication protocols in our last semester that we were actually attending classes.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
To
Actually,
transmission.
yeah.
yeah, like,
Yeah, transmission now, like this we started learning about physical transmission lines. Like we had
Yeah.
EMF. You had to calculate the
Yeah.
magnetic field through an actual cable. Like,
we were
it's
still doing
underground, brother.
this.
You remember that sir? I forgot his name, but you remember he used to draw all sorts of things in 3D with his hands,
Oh
and
Oh,
he
yeah,
just
don't
understand
don't
it.
don't take
math.
names, by the way. Don't fucking dox people in here. But
The
yeah,
math
first,
professor in first
yeah,
semester.
our math
Yeah.
professor used to draw, like, he used to fucking, he had a dance routine to explain Fourier series. Uh, but yeah,
We almost got so used to it, like it was the exam time or sitting and writing the exam, and then I just couldn't get it down. So I had to like just go out to the front and
dance.
just start dancing to just get into the zone so I could come back and finish the exam. It was
Yeah,
that bad, man. It's pretty
yeah,
bad.
it was pretty good. Yeah, and after our bachelors, we all went our separate ways. So like they said, some of them have their own companies, some have their jobs. I delayed my adulting, so I did a master's to do that, and I delayed earning money as long as I could, so I could live off my parents. So. Uh,
The first one, the first bit just sounded much better,
yeah.
but the second bit is just more real.
Okay. Yeah. So okay, let's get to topics. What topics we have for today? I think let's just start. Let's just go backwards. Whatever happened the most recent, let's start with that, and then let's walk backwards to what we have to discuss. So,
Oh, dude, I really want to talk
Uh,
about OpenAI and Johnny Ive.
oh, okay. Let's just, since you brought that up, let's just start with that. So yeah, what do you have for OpenAI and Johnny?
okay, so wait, the latest OpenAI news before you talk about Johnny Ive. Yesterday,
Yeah,
OpenAI was just out completely,
out
Yeah.
Oh,
for
when?
right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
there was an OpenAI outage across globally, right?
Mhm.
Super
Okay.
glitchy. Every random AI service that we're using that do not have their models deployed themselves, right?
Mhm.
Everything started breaking, left, right, center, right? We'll get to that part later. So that thing just go out for now.
How long was the outage for?
Sufficiently long. It was about 5.5 hours.
Oh,
Oh,
Longer rather. Yeah.
that's why I couldn't generate those images.
That's just
Okay,
the
makes
issue.
sense. Yeah, I was generating some stuff because I didn't want to make them. But yeah.
yeah. So basically, what I want to talk about is how uh, the partnership between OpenAI and Johnny Ive can actually come up with a new evolution to mobile phones, right?
That's what they're saying. But if you come out with a matrimonial picture of Johnny Ive and Sam Altman looking like they're about to smooch each other with that, have you seen
I
that
mean,
news article? They
no,
look
I've
like
not
a
actually
gay
seen
couple
that
that are about
news
to be
article.
married and they're inviting. It's like an invitation card to their marriage. Have you seen that
No, but
image? It's so
what
fun.
I actually want to talk about, what's more interesting about that particular deal between them is how it could actually come up with the next evolution. Meaning that mobile phone as we know it might not uh, be what it is today anymore. It might not be a piece of metal and silicon in our hands. It might be something else.
Hey,
Yeah.
One expectation that I have is, where instead of one single device, we have some sort of a mobile compute mm, instrument, let's say. It's
Hmm.
just a small device with no screens or anything. It's just used for compute, which will probably wirelessly talk to other accessories that you're wearing on yourself. Let's say things like glasses or rings or bracelets or watches, right? You'll be able to do pretty much whatever you're able to do today with phones, but through these set of new devices. They'll essentially act as your sensors, gathering information about your surroundings and about yourself. Uh, yeah, pretty much.
well, here's where I disagree, Datta. Right.
Yeah.
So I use AirPods. I have my headphones
Mhm.
on. I have
Yeah.
my Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I have
Mm.
a bunch of different tech that do, in
Bro,
some
bro is
capacity,
the
communicate with each other.
one second,
Yeah.
Anand. The statement
Doctor
that you just
Gadget.
said.
Doctor Gadget.
No.
What?
You know how like as a designer, you need to go through the steps of making a user persona for any kind of product.
Mhm.
Anand is the ideal user persona of every tech company. Like someone who'll wear Ray-Ban Meta glasses and go play tennis. And like,
Dude,
dude,
I want those Ray-Ban Meta glasses, man. What do you mean?
I get
Dude,
it.
they're
It's
so good. They're
just
so
the
good.
way
And
he
honestly,
describes
Those things are
himself.
yeah.
so amazing.
Yeah,
I've
but
known them for
going
about
back,
a
right?
year.
So here,
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
this charging, right? I have my
Okay.
AirPods charging,
Yeah.
and I carry around a mobile power bank for everything. So
Okay.
Hmm.
just adding multiple devices, just adding complexity and maintenance, right, to multiple devices. So yeah, it's
Hmm.
very cool to say that we have a device that just doesn't have a screen. I don't know if you guys remember, but Rabbit R1 or something like that came up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it
Yeah.
came up and went away as it was
It's
magic,
because
dude. It
it
was like in
came.
a
Yeah.
week, everybody was talking about it, and in the next week, the company's gone. So I think humans, from what we initially thought computers were going to be when they were conceptualized to now, our smartphones are like the perfect
Yeah.
computer,
They're
right?
too good.
They're
Like,
handy. They do
Yeah.
everything that we want them to do, and then it's all in one device. So I feel like going from here, unless we're brainwashed, which is what Apple's been doing the last couple of days with
Hmm.
WWDC and their new
Oh
announcements,
yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
don't think we'll drastically just shift to anything, right? People have tried everything, man. Like I have a VR headset lying around. Like
yeah.
there's a bunch of stuff. Like the simplest and the best medium is, in my opinion, just using this little device over here. Add on the headphones and then you're chilling. That's it. What else?
the
What else do you need?
the
I don't need
problem.
anything else. Like honestly, I like things how they are, but mm, from what I can see, let's say for example, Apple, right? If you think about it, these guys have not made any major product design changes like to the physical phone in quite some time, and
Mhm.
their sales are also have also been plummeting since I think the last 2 years.
I disagree.
But
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
that's
think
but
Apple sales have been
that's
plummeting.
iPhone ka
the,
sales.
That's just the
Have a look.
no. Wait, see,
So what
this
basically
topic's been
what I'm
discussed
trying to say
multiple times
is,
before.
hmm,
It is there's a cycle, right? There's a buying cycle of iPhones, and usually
yeah,
it's one in every four phones, right? So if
hmm,
the iPhone 14 and 13 were just so popular, right, the next popular device is ideally going to be 16, I mean 17 or 18, right? That's just how the
yeah,
cycle works. Unlike consoles, right, which we'll get
hmm,
to sooner
yeah,
in this conversation,
yeah,
but like consoles just come out once every 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's
yeah.
fine. Like PS4 versus PS5, drastic. 13, 14, iPhone, not really a big deal.
I, I mean
Huh.
the
So
also
the
the
upgrade cycle is once every 4 years.
I mean also there's the fact that people are in general buying less phones because their older phones are just good. Like nobody wants to change their phone just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
And I feel what you're saying, like their sales are plummeting, sure,
Hmm.
but maybe in general phone sales are plummeting. So like I'm not too sure. I don't have any resources to code that, but maybe in general, like people are
Yeah.
buying less phones because they don't need to buy phone. Like everybody has a phone, so like there's no new customers who are like, because in the beginning, like there's still rural places where there were no phones, and then every time there was a new market created by like having a cheap phone, like let's say for example India, right? And then Xiaomi and all these
Yeah.
companies came in, and then everybody could buy a phone. But once you have it, you just keep
Mhm.
using it until it breaks.
That's
Yeah.
true. I think today, even in tier three India, you'll be able to see some sort of a smartphone.
Yeah,
Mostly thanks to I guess Reliance and Jio.
yeah,
But yeah, that is the case.
yeah. Absolutely. It's
It's a
just
little difficult to admit that that company made it happen, but yeah, it truly did, man. Like
Yeah.
they have solely democratized internet and mobile phone technology to rural India. They made shit tons of money in doing that.
Well, there's
yeah,
also a potential Starlink collaboration that it's
Oh
been
yeah.
floating around. I'm not too sure how real that is,
yeah,
uh, but could potentially be happening considering
yeah. But
it's
what you're
Elon and
saying,
Ambani, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, what you're saying about Johnny Ive and OpenAI, I just feel like the whole conversation must have been like, so you know how OpenAI
No,
was supposed to be.
all I want to say, all I want to pose is one question regarding that conversation, right? Um,
Yeah,
I honestly think there would be an evolution to mobile technology.
there would be
I am just
absolutely.
curious how you guys think that might happen. Like, what are your predictions if someone asks you what's the next evolution of mobile technology? What's the next evolution of communication? Because that's primarily what a mobile phone is for us.
Guys, but see, Johnny Ive and Sam Altman. See,
Saltman.
basically, these people, if we Sam Altman, basically, see, Johnny Ive is a product designer when it
Yep.
comes to his course, right? So he designed products for Apple, let's say, right? And so Sam Altman, we know he is backing OpenAI.
Yep.
AI and product designer doesn't really necessarily have to
Yeah, but he's
give
primarily a
output of
venture
a
capitalist.
yeah, but I'm saying the combination, the amalgamation of these two things, these two people, right, doesn't necessarily have to give output of a phone. And going into a phone
Agreed.
industry where Apple exists, Google exists, Microsoft, all the big players already exist. To re-evolutionize
Microsoft.
the whole
Oh, right,
space,
like, yeah.
I'm just saying,
Microsoft doesn't
like
really exist.
Samsung,
Yeah.
Samsung exists, right? Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I feel if they are building a device which is
Hmm.
AI powered, which is contextually aware, I would rather bet rather on a wearable device like a wristband or a earpiece or something like that rather than going for a mobile phone.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Something which could even be a screenless device, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
There's
So,
I
one, oh yeah, go ahead,
mhm.
Rudra.
yeah, yeah. So what I was going like I agree with what you're saying. Like there's a change that is impending. Like, but nobody knows what that change is going to be, right? And now
Yeah,
the
yeah,
issue,
that's why the predictions. That's why
yeah,
I asked
yeah,
for predictions.
I know, I know. So the predictions are going to be like, oh, what's the next phone? Whereas, like he said, maybe the next thing is not a phone, right? So, like,
Hmm.
I'm just giving examples of the people who made that bet. Okay, like Humane AI
Hmm.
Pin. Okay, they made the bet.
Yeah,
They made the bet
yeah.
of having a thing on your T-shirt. Okay, and
Hmm.
then Rabbit R1 came and they made a bet
Hmm.
on a dumber phone that couldn't like that's, the
Yeah.
Rabbit R1
I
was
couldn't do
just a
anything.
utter failure. It just they didn't do anything,
Yeah.
but they
It was
they
it
made a
was it was
half-ass
supposed
bet.
to
Hmm.
Yeah,
yeah.
they made a half-ass bet
A
which didn't
hackathon
work
project
out.
rather.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a hackathon
Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
But
But technically, from what I hear from you, I can understand that there are things going on around trying to figure
yeah,
out, like
yeah,
there
I
are
was just
innovations going around trials
exactly.
and tests and failures. Yeah.
So I was going to quote a creator that I watched, T, like Theo T3.gg. His name is so fucked. He's a
Theo
pretty
one?
Theo, no, not Theo Vaughn, dude. He's do you know T3.chat? Like he's a
I don't know. What you're
yeah,
talking
okay.
about.
So he's just
Sounds
a
like an
big
AWS server.
yeah. It's just if you
But
search Theo,
Chat just took me to a
where
ChatGPT ripoff. I'm
yeah,
not even
it's
kidding.
not a rip off.
Yeah.
It's a better subscription. Anyways, that's not the point. The point was the creator of this thing. He's also a YouTuber streamer. He's pretty good with like he's the tech guy that I follow for like niche stuff. So
Mhm.
Mhm.
what he said was that people are making bets and nobody knows who's going to win. So everybody's seeing how much money can we pool into into one idea that eventually has to work because so much money is in there, right?
Oh yeah,
So
pretty much. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so
That's one of the things I wanted to get to as well.
yeah. So
It's not.
basically,
Yeah.
Sam Altman created an AI company, like an AI research company, which was supposed to be open source, right? And then later on,
Mhm.
he saw that, and then this OpenAI, that like Chat GPT platform was a platform to test what OpenAI was researching on, and then that
Mm.
inevitably like became a huge ass product that they weren't making. Like it became a product because people pooled so much money into it. Like so many users came on in the first few hours that it had to be a product. So now Sam Altman is just going around trying to make the product that he can sell and make money out of it because now he has to sustain
Mm.
that product business. That's why he got
That's completely fair.
yeah,
Right.
that's why he has the product guy Johnny Ive. Like he
Mm.
is the product guy. So he's banking on Johnny Ive that he'll shit something out of his ass that people like. All right.
Okay.
But see, here's
Just a
here's
small clarification before we go forward.
Yeah, yeah.
Are
Mhm.
we allowed to cuss,
I'm cussing. I
or are
don't
we
care.
keeping it limited?
I'll probably
Fuck it,
just
I guess.
bleep it a bit. Like if you
Yeah,
say
Okay.
please
something
do.
like
Okay.
if you say
Well, okay, valid.
fucking ass. But if you say fucking ass, I don't think I mean it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Um.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, while you guys were
Okay.
talking, I did some
Mm.
research, right? So
Yeah.
the global smartphone market did go down 2024, right?
Yep.
Sales by decrease,
Yes.
but it's stabilized now, and we're up 1%. We're up 1% this year, guys. Quarter one,
how
Q1
much how much
2025, we're up 1%. So that
how much
is
did it go
on a
down though,
global scale
initially?
stabilization. Well, I
Hold
didn't
on.
look
Hold
at
on.
that part. I was just talking about where we are right now. Okay, I haven't gone that far back.
If you're saying
But no, like
1% growth from where it went down, that's pretty low.
Huh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why the
It's
Yeah.
question is
see
how much did it
overall.
go
See,
down?
Canalys is reporting 0.2% year-on-year growth. IDC is reporting 0.4%.
But you see what I
That's
mean. People are.
301.4 million units, right? It's pretty much been consistent. I wouldn't say it's going up or going down.
Mm.
It's been about a plateau
Mm-hmm.
as is, which again goes to show that there are. See, the thing is, just going back just a little bit, dialing it back, some devices just last you 5 6 years, right? And honestly,
Mm.
if you're not a super tech savvy person, you wouldn't care to upgrade, right?
Right.
I don't have Apple Touch on my phone. I don't really mind it, and I'm the kind of guy that just disabled Apple Touch on my laptop because I don't want to use that. It's not good yet, right? It's just not
Yeah.
good. So I don't want to use it. And if you really didn't care about it, why would you upgrade for that? And then there are some other phones that you just buy for, let's say, just the ballpark of 15,000, 16,000 to 20,000 rupees.
This is rupees,
Right?
yes. Okay. That's,
Yeah, this is rupees.
yeah.
So when you do that,
Mm.
then you're sort of
So,
stuck because you don't really have Android upgrades.
Yeah.
And Android upgrade cycle is just so weird. I've been so out of the loop. I just have no idea what's going on with that.
oh yeah, neither do I.
And it's just
Rudra, you
I,
wanted to switch to Android, didn't you?
I just wanted for that flipping like that flip phone that it just looks too cute.
That's it.
It's so cute.
That's it.
It's so
Oh, the
That's
Samsung
all
Z
it was,
phone,
yeah,
right?
the Samsung or the motor. I don't care. I want my phone to fold
Yeah,
in half.
they've got the. So wait, so you essentially just want to do
No, I
this,
don't
or
want to
you
do
want to do
that.
this?
Yes, I want to do that.
Ah, that
Yes.
yes.
Yes. It's so
You
Oh,
know
sick.
the old
you know.
Motorola flip
See, the thing
phones
is,
that you
Yeah.
could just
yeah,
do this with. Yeah.
you know what my personal gripe is, so I use an ultra wide monitor, by the way. So my
Yeah,
personal
okay.
gripe is when I'm watching, let's say, a show, when I'm watching a YouTube video, I've got side bezels, right? I've got bezel on the side. I try to zoom in. I have an extension that auto resizes to 21:9 aspect ratio, and then it just cuts off the tops. It's just
Oh,
like the
okay.
top. Oh, Rudra's gone,
No, I'm
and
not gone. Datta's gone.
it's not really a nice
Surprising.
viewing experience. So you're basically, Rudra, getting
Yeah.
that monitor
Okay.
gripes, just the caveats on a phone.
No, no, no,
If you
no,
were to
no, no,
switch to
no,
something
no,
like
no.
that.
The smaller one, I want, first of all, I have more space in my pockets. First issue. Second is I get, I don't have to open my phone to do, like if I open my phone to call someone, I call someone, I keep the call, then the phone's open, right? And there's YouTube right on my home screen. So I end up scrolling shorts, and then I go to my long form videos, and then half of my day is ended. So I want that closed form factor so that I just close it, and now I don't want to watch videos because that's how bad as you said, the
Rudra,
aspect
I
ratio
think
is.
what
So
you need more than a flip phone is self-control.
Yes, 100%. I don't think flip phone's gonna fix it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
if you didn't mind doom scrolling,
what?
just staying on YouTube for 4 hours,
Mm.
then you're not gonna mind flipping the phone for it's like about half a second to get the same experience. You're not gonna mind that,
Dude,
Rudra.
Whoa.
if you want to get a handle on your doom scrolling, right? There's this app called Opal. Check it out.
Opal, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Dude, I've just been
Opal,
seeing
whatever.
Opal ads on Instagram. It's like I'm on Instagram for 5 minutes
Dude,
a
I've
day
been
as
I've
is,
been
and I
using
see an
it for
Opal
like
ad in
8 months,
those
bro.
5 minutes.
Oh,
I've been using it for like
I've been
kudos
using
the
it for
to
past
eight
eight
months.
months.
What?
It's
Like,
actually fucking good because so every time there is an option for you to unblock the apps,
okay.
uh, and when you try to unblock it, there's a setting in which it always gives you random times, right? Sometimes you have to wait on the same screen when you open a Opal to uh, remove the blocker from your app. You need to wait a random amount of time. Sometimes it can be 10 seconds, sometimes it can be 20 seconds, 30 seconds. When I used Opal on that setting, I remember at one point I just stopped scrolling Instagram because it's such a tedious thing to just wait for 1 minute on staring at that waiting screen.
Oh,
Fair. Oh, you got a
okay.
set
Yeah.
rating, so you can't let it run in the background.
No, you can't. If you go out of the app, it resets to
The
a
timer
different time.
resets. Wow. Wow.
To a different
Okay,
time.
dude, then that's gotcha. Then you're
Yeah.
just gambling with time. Like I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep doing it till I get a 10-second timer.
Oh no.
Like that's my
To a
fun
different
activity
time.
now.
To a different time doesn't mean to a lower time. And
Haha.
so it starts off. Let's say my work session is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Right? And I'm
Mhm.
opening the phone at 9:05 once, 9:30 once, and 9:25 once. I'm unblocking Instagram, let's say, and I'm using it. Now, it only lets you take a break for 15 minutes at max, and then after
Mhm.
that, it automatically blocks it. That is one. Second thing is, let's say I uh, I try to open Instagram like 4 or 5 times in the middle. It counts how many times it blocks you, and then let's say it blocked you too many times, and then you go back to Opal to try to unblock it. It
Mhm.
just increases the time exponentially.
Oh,
Like there have been days
Okay, man. Like
I there was a two
for
minute
me,
timer.
it just we should call it my mom. Like that's
Yeah,
what the application
pretty
be
much.
called.
No matter what you do at that point, if you uninstall the app, only then those timers and everything go away.
I,
I
okay.
feel like, see, that's the thing, right? And it's a very interesting question I have for you guys. Do you think pushing somebody to an extent where
Mm,
you're really forcing an idea upon someone using an app? Let's say, yeah, people did download that app because they want to stay in control, right?
Yeah.
They want to restrict themselves from using Instagram,
mm,
or they want to restrict themselves from using YouTube for too long.
mm.
Right.
And if the app is going to be so annoying about it, right? Will the user not get frustrated? That's the question. I mean, I'd get frustrated.
so that's the
Oh,
idea,
dude,
right?
when it happened
See,
to
that's the
me,
idea.
No, then I
I
just uninstall
remember.
the app and just move on, to be honest.
Why?
Like
Because you
when the app is
constantly,
such a pain in
I
the
feel
ass.
No,
that's
but
the whole
that's
idea of
actually
the app,
saving
no?
you, right? It's actually giving you what you want. It's not.
You
That's exactly what
consciously
you want.
downloaded that app
Mm,
because you wanted to
mm.
get rid of 5 to 6 hours a day of doom scrolling, right? Now, if that apps help you cut down into half an hour a day, doesn't care if you are frustrated or
No,
not, it's
but
still doing its
see,
job.
that's the thing. Right? There's withdrawal syndromes. There's all of that stuff. You can't just like slash
Johnson.
it. You can't like you absolutely no, no, for real though. You can't.
I
You
know, I know.
absolutely you can't just slash it, and then the app doesn't really do a good job because the app is gone from my phone.
You know what the
It doesn't
problem
really
is?
slash
So
it. No.
it's interesting.
I But I feel in Opal you can configure how much strict behavior it would, right?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
would be
So
timeouts
there are
and
That
all
two
makes
of that.
sense.
So
settings. There are two
Hmm.
settings. You
You
can
should have led with
always
that,
have a
Rudra.
consistent time, without those mismatching timers, like I said. Like for example, right now, if I show it to you guys,
There's
okay, I
also
can't show it to you right now because all my blockers are off because I'm
sure.
out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
usually there's only 6 second timers consistently. No matter how many times you unblock it, consistently there's a six
Hmm.
second timer or an 8 second timer, or you can choose the timer setting also.
okay,
Nice.
but
So
okay,
yeah,
I
that
actually got the solution now that you've talked about this. The solution to phone addiction is go do something else. You're you're bored. You don't like
so I tried another thing also for doom scrolling. That
Touch a
was
grass.
touch
Sudoku.
grass.
Sudoku.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not that
Sudoku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not that you want to scroll Instagram, it's that you want to do something. Scrolling Instagram is the easiest thing available to you. That's why you do it.
the dopamine.
Yeah,
Yeah, so if you
that's fine.
have if you like let's say you have a home gym, right? And then go
Mm.
just going out of your room and picking up a dumbbell is easier than uh like unlocking your phone, going to Instagram and then scrolling, then you'd probably work out then. Actually, that's a bad example, but you get the point.
Yeah, that's pretty bad example. Like
Yes.
in no world that's easier. But
Okay. Yeah, but let's say reading a book or like doing something like that. If you already have the books and it's just ready to go, and then you have it. So.
see, the thing is, my day averages for Instagram are
Mm.
under 30 minutes, right? Like, and I don't have any
Yeah.
of those applications. So
Yeah, same
that's
thing with
about
me now.
all, like, as long as you're busy, I guess, which is fair.
Yeah,
Reading into
it's
what you said,
yeah.
you don't really do it.
I mean, with all these blockers and everything, I mean, those blockers don't really affect me anymore. Like I said, I've been using them for quite some time. Uh,
Mhm.
my I think my daily time is around 40, 45 minutes, something like that. Usually don't end up spending so much time on the phone.
Fair play.
But yeah,
Proud of
there
you.
there are off days, right? Like um, let's say on a Sunday, I pretty much I'm just chilling at home, not going out or anything. Yeah, on those days, it sort of shoots up again.
It,
But that's once in a while, so chalta hai.
Okay, speaking of shooting up,
I
um,
it's
ooh,
just
Holy shit.
Wednesday and I've already spent 8 hours on YouTube.
Dude,
Four
YouTube
hours
is
a
something
I
different,
mean,
man. Like
and wait, no, no,
YouTube,
no,
I
wait, and
actually,
no, that's YouTube on his phone.
Yeah,
And
YouTube on my
knowing him, he doesn't
phone.
watch long form content on his phone, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
shorts
what's
probably.
No, no, no,
dude,
no.
Yeah,
Actually,
4.5 hours
no.
of
If I do
short.
all devices, oh, actually, I mean, then it's kind of fucked because it
you better
shows
not show
my
that figure.
no, 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 because it shows my browser then. Okay, it shows that I've spent 6 hours on my browser, but
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
like now in browser I was working as well, so I don't know how
Well, here's
much
the
on
thing:
YouTube. So yeah,
what you just did, where you're like, I'm gonna look at my screen time across all devices.
yeah.
You switch an Android, you're not doing that, buddy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're not doing that.
there you go. That's one thing you lose instantly.
I
but
was
no,
just
no,
showing
no.
my friend a very cool feature of the Apple ecosystem. Where you can copy something from your iPad and you can instantly
Yeah,
paste
yeah,
it
I
in your
know.
iPhone.
I know. Yeah. What
It
did
was
they do?
fascinated, man.
Oh,
Like, what
okay.
the fuck?
For
How
me,
is
it's
that
just my
possible?
authenticator codes. Every time I'm on GitHub, hey, authenticator code, please. Azure
Yeah.
authenticator code. Heroku authentic. Like who's using Heroku? Why do you need authenticator code? Please, anybody, just log into my Heroku and just go through it. I guess
even
make it
Yeah.
easier.
multi-device clipboard pasting is also there in Android.
Oh.
You
But
can do
like,
it with
Not that seamlessly,
Windows.
dude.
It
yeah,
is.
it's
It
it's
is.
not seamless
I've
yet.
tried that.
Not
I've
that
tried
Oh,
that.
seamlessly.
also,
It is.
I found a app alternative to AirDrop. It's called Local Send, and it's as good as AirDrop. It's an open
Yeah,
source.
local send has been around for some time, man.
Yeah, it's open source and it's
I think
really
it
good
used to call
now.
Share
So
It.
I
We used
don't
to
know.
use Share It back when we was
Yeah,
Yeah.
Share it,
we should share
about
it, right?
10, 15.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and
Like today, I'll tell you a very classic use case of airdrop, right? Today we were at a restaurant talking to the owner. We were just asking her recommendations for other restaurants. Uh,
okay.
she simply had a few notes that were already there in her phone, and we just tapped our phones, and voila, notes
Damn.
exchanged very easily
That's
in
an
like
that's an
30
Apple
seconds.
commercial. You've
Hey,
just
Yeah,
given
pretty
me
okay,
an
much.
I
idea.
Yeah.
have a great transition. I have a great transition. Wait. You know what? If you
Mhm.
tap your phones hard enough, your phones might break because everything new in the new iOS is all glass.
That was bad, man.
That was pretty bad. Oh wait, guys. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll have to show this to you. Okay, you guys can keep talking for 2 more minutes.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, it's just
and
I was gonna transition to like, what do you think about the naming
yeah,
scheme first of all? Like 26, everything 26.
not a fan. But
No,
again, I
no.
understand that it needs to be standardized. So maybe in 2028 we won't feel too bad about it. But right now,
Yeah, I
because we're
mean,
transitioning from what 17,
because
18,
you don't want to say that
that
I'm
just
on
feels wrong.
iOS.
Yeah.
Like instead of saying iOS 28, iOS 29, it'll just be the new iOS. Like you're not gonna use the number in front of it
Mhm.
because you know it's going to be
Yeah.
updated for the year. So I'm pretty fine with it. It's a good decision actually. I feel it.
I feel like it's just a marketing decision, man. It doesn't really matter
No,
what's
because
going on
You know,
underneath.
yeah, it
I
doesn't
I watched
matter.
a very
But
interesting
yeah,
video, right?
yeah,
I want to share something on our chat. So Rudra, if you can just screen share this bit that I'm gonna uh share in our
sure.
chat.
I'm gonna leak our Discord
That'll be pretty
DMs.
cool. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Go
Liquid
ahead.
ass. Let's go. Let's
There we
go.
go. That
I
is Google getting back at Apple,
Yup,
right?
yup. I knew this was gonna come up. Yeah, liquid ass. I saw this.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
But
And then
see,
they had to change
here's a
it.
very yes, and they did. That's what I'm looking at. I'm on my YouTube right now, seeing if I could just find it, and I couldn't because they just redesigned the thumbnail. Just go liquid
Yeah,
and glass on the bottom.
yeah,
So um, here's a conspiracy theory area, right? So cue
yeah.
the music. Are you
Sure,
doing
I'll
it?
add it in post. Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. So I mean, I watched a video where a popular creator, I forgot the name, right? They were just talking about how Apple has historically sort of transitioned to a certain design language, and that's just been
Hmm.
adapted across globally, right? We're talking flat designs, we're talking
Yeah.
dark mode popularization, we're talking a bunch
Uh,
of stuff that Apple
yeah.
sort of just pioneered in the beginning, right? Or maybe they just put it out to the masses. And liquid glass, if you guys have noticed, right?
Hmm.
It's quite literally liquid glass. Like you
It
see
is. Yeah.
through your
Yes.
text messages, right?
Yes.
So there's a background and you see through stuff. So wait, don't laugh. You know, I fully just buy into this. I mean, again, it's just a very interesting idea, right? It's like now imagine Apple's coming out with like smart glasses, mixed
Hmm.
reality, augmented, right?
Yeah.
And now you just got text that's being sent like instead of your Apple Watch, it's on your glasses now. So now you're just more accustomed to
Liquid glass.
reacting and being able to read that text and also look at the world behind. So it's
Liquid
sort of
ass.
it is pushing. It's extremely it's a stretch. I get it,
I
right?
okay.
But that'd be pretty cool though.
But I'm in support for this because people are saying,
Mhm.
"Oh, it's accessibility nightmare. You can't read shit. It's there's no contrast and stuff like that." But it's going to be fixed. Like it's if it's such a big issue, they won't ship it. Like, dude, it's a
Dude,
beta
you
software.
know,
It's in beta
yeah.
right now.
If you guys think
But
about it,
I'm not gonna lie, it does look
um,
cool. It does look cool.
Yeah, it does look
Certain
cool.
screens do look cool.
Yeah,
mm,
Sorry, Lita, go ahead.
Oh,
if you guys
it
think
does
about it,
not.
it
when you
does.
talk about mixed reality glasses
It
and
does not.
interacting
How
with
is
it
this
this way,
elegant?
right?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
say.
Mixed reality glasses and what?
Yeah, when you talk about mixed reality glasses and us interacting with them this way, like where you wear them and everything is pretty much on the glass, right?
Yeah.
Um, uh, think about how that could actually transform the ads industry. Um,
Dude.
let's say I'm walking down the street.
Beam that to your brain.
Sorry?
No.
Straight up. Just beam that. Like targeted ads are like you should just point at someone and just shoot and just
Dude,
ad starts playing on their face.
imagine Google Maps, dude. Imagine Google Maps if it was on your glasses, right?
No.
You'd never pretty much get lost. I mean, Divyansh could get lost, but you get what I mean.
That's so true. Yeah.
But yeah, you could never
Wait,
get lost. Like if you're approaching a turn, like it could tell you like turn right here, and with some
well,
sort of
there are
mixed
cars that already
reality
do that, right?
overlays. Sorry?
There are cars that already do that. Like
Yeah, there are cars that already
EQS
do that.
does it.
Yep,
There
yep.
are a few Cadillacs that do it. Oh yeah, it
VIP Bangalore?
exists.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh,
It
VID
does.
Bangalore.
It exists. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been around
Bro,
for
what?
a year and a half now. Yeah,
yeah.
it
dude.
does
Okay, so
exist. Yes.
hold on. So coming back, there's more. There's more. Uh, let's say when you are traveling, when you're walking, especially, you see there's a lot of empty space in your vision, right? There's an empty building which is painted white.
Yeah.
A
Hmm.
lot of empty buildings just painted white, right? Imagine if you could actually retail out that space. If enough people had these glasses, these mixed reality AR VR glasses, you could actually retail out that space for ads, and you'd never even touch the building.
You know what? I get the vision. I
You
get the
know, no,
vision. I
dude,
see it.
I
Like
It's sort
can't
of like
find.
it's cyberpunk esque.
I'm walking here, and it.
You
Let's say
thinking
I'm just talking to my friend about pizza, right? It'll show me a pizza ad, like it'll show
it'll
me
straight
the
up
new
show you the
pizza place that popped up.
directions. It'll be like, yeah, sir,
Exactly.
No,
like
no,
take
no,
a
no,
fucking
no, no, no,
right,
no, no,
Directional,
right
yeah.
now.
no.
It
Wait,
it
wait.
cannot
Just
push you
wait.
that way, but you get
Let's
where
just
I'm
think of
going with
Times
this.
Square, right? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Times Square. It's like walking around in Times Square, but every alternate place is just Times Square. All you see is just ads
yeah,
when you're just
pretty
walking
much.
around,
Yeah,
right? And you're wearing these glasses, and there's just ads on every building, right? Like
Dude,
yeah,
you're looking at it before you see the hotel name, you just see the ad that's running about the hotel. So
dude,
that's
yeah.
that's gonna be the reality.
you're thinking of
I
empty
just don't think that'll work
buildings.
out
They'll
though.
have the ads on the floor. Like you're thinking
Yeah,
about
you
just
could
empty
have them
buildings.
anywhere, bro.
There'll
You
be
could have them
floating ads
anywhere.
constantly. Like
Wait, I'm gonna
Not
I'm
just
gonna
that.
make a
Imagine you can have.
iron joke.
what?
Sorry.
No, I was just saying. Rudra said they're gonna have the ads on the floor.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
unless you're like iron, silver, or bronze, why are you looking at the floor and walking around, dude?
Oh my god,
Wait,
dude. Okay. Oh
okay,
my
what?
god. Oh my god, bro.
All right,
Bro's making
all right.
Valorant jokes.
No, but this is actually a very
Okay.
nice thought exercise. Like, think about it. Uh, the revolution from sort of the initial interaction with internet to
Dude,
the secondary interaction with internet happened because of ads and social media. If you actually think about it, right?
yeah.
The first generation of internet was basically just us being able to access the data and read, basically just read it and see what's out there. You could not really edit it as a user, right? But when the social media platforms and everything came up, that sort of gave an end to it. And social media platforms today primarily are uh, ad-driven revenue models, right? So there are what they're trying to optimize even till date is how to better target users. And what better way to target users than this, right? You have access to pretty much all their data this way. And uh, yeah, like I said, you can go pretty much into very local targeting.
Yeah.
You can find people with higher intent. You'll have different sorts of data which will help you predict uh if people have a higher intent of doing any XYZ task or buying any XYZ the thing, service or product, whatever it may be,
See, I still feel like
right?
we're technologically limited, right?
We're
It's
still
very interesting to
technologically
say that
limited, but
people
mm,
are wearing glasses, so we're gonna have all this data, visual data, POVs, and all of that. But again, uh, the glasses, like I can barely record like a 3-minute clip without my glasses overheating right now, right?
Um,
and I
I
also stay in
mean,
Chennai, so it just adds on,
I mean,
and
you,
all that data's got to go somewhere. All that data's got to go sit
yeah.
somewhere, right? And this constant
Mm,
transmission happening. We're technologically improved in terms of hardware, like that process just can't happen as frequent as it happens from our phones, right? Or a browsing history, and all of those things that can be tagged and can be used as actual data points
mm,
for your targeting ads to work, or
mm.
for your persona to be built right online. That can't really happen at the moment through wearables.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
you're definitely right about it, about us actually being technologically subpar at the moment. We're not there yet, 100%. But uh, again, looping back to what I previously told, that could actually this could actually drive the next evolution of what a mobile phone could be.
Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
yes,
Like
sure,
there is
but
so
you
much
also,
money to be made in ads, so much money to be made in ads already. People have made shit tons of money already, but today, no matter how you look at it, there is still more money to be made from ads. You guys understand the market that is being tapped today is mm, hardly anything. There is so much of the world left. There is
yeah,
tier two and tier three India left. There is Africa, the whole fucking continent left. There is so much of East Asia left.
yeah,
But
When we
again,
are talking,
sh- what are you promoting there? Right, like again, how many ads actually can go sit in such a place is also a real question, right? Like
yeah,
I don't want to show an iPhone or I don't want to show a Mac Pro ad
to
in some of the
someone who
places
needs
that just
food,
absolutely can't
of
even
course.
like
100%,
fathom
that's there,
having
but
one, right?
those things are slowly changing, man. That's what I'm trying to say.
we
I'm
are
pretty
so
sure in the
capitalistic
past
right
one
now.
one and a half year.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. He just
We
wants to sell
look,
us
we look so
the phone.
capitalistic right now. Like, we're about to rip people off. uh,
नहीं नहीं
See,
Guys,
the only
I was
thing is
thinking,
that Datta is spending way too much
okay.
time with
I'll give
Abhijit.
you statistical examples. Okay,
wait,
fine.
here's the thing, that just 1 second, right?
Yeah.
Um, as long as you're gonna handle s- targeting ads to every part of the world, right?
Hmm.
I'm probably gonna work on an insane ad blocker that people can buy as a subscription to make sure the ads don't show up.
Dude, people
And
have ad
like,
blockers all
here's
the
the thing,
time. Hmm.
chat, you and I, we both make money.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a business deal that's happening in this podcast right now. Right? Just give me the word. I'll send over a contract and we start working on this parallel. Right? Just make sure like you don't detect me and I don't block you. Right? Like I block certain
Yeah.
bits of you. So let's just propel each other in a way where we hit the mean curve.
uh, it's like just
Yeah.
block enough
But
ads that they still like
yeah.
they believe
Yeah.
in the blocker.
No, but you guys, like all jokes apart, but you guys do see the vision, like somewhere
I do, I
something
do.
clicking, right? I know.
I do. It's
Hmm.
just that you're selling it too hard and it's going to be so difficult to convince people otherwise right now.
Bro,
But
this
yeah,
is,
yeah.
I'm not trying to sell
No, no, I know,
anyone
I know, I
on
know.
it. I
I
just,
know, I know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just surprising how we went from like iOS 26 from looking like
Yeah.
glass to like
Liquid
selling
class. Yeah.
advertisements on your empty buildings and footpaths. Yeah, but uh, yeah, I mean,
Wait,
obviously, this
on a
is
lighter
like,
note.
yeah,
Mhm.
go.
No,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, I
No,
was just
you
going
go,
to
you
say
go.
like, yeah, glasses can be the next thing, but then you have to convince people
Mhm.
who don't have glasses to wear glasses, and it's a fashion statement at that point. So
I mean,
Mhm.
these guys made people who never carried anything to
carry bricks in
carry
their
this
pockets. Yes,
block
I
of
know.
metal. Yeah.
Yes, bricks. Yes, I
Guys, guys,
know.
guys. One question. So this
Yeah.
was a thought exercise I was doing.
Hmm.
Uh, Ads definitely has a lot of revenue, a lot of market to be captured, and there are physical, technological limitations that we face currently while we do immersive ads or mixed reality ads with glasses or any AR or VR headset, right? Where there are technical limitations. But I want to ask you guys, why aren't we seeing ads in games where we are immersed, we see a reality in front of us.
Shut
Let's
up.
take
Shut
example
up.
of
Dude,
Don't,
dude,
Valorant.
dude, what
don't,
do you mean
don't.
not
Let's
in a
I
say,
don't
game,
want
bro?
ads in my games.
Dude,
I don't want them.
dude,
That's
listen to
listen
this.
to me,
Listen to
absolutely
this.
listen to
Listen
me.
to
insane.
this. Listen to
Wait,
this.
wait, wait, wait. Listen,
You know
listen.
those flight
Right.
simulators? Okay, then.
Just 1 second, 1 second. So
Mm.
I opened Valorant 2, 3 days ago, and the
Oh
whole overlay and the map
god.
is changed a bit here. In Ascent, there is a new graffiti on the
Yeah,
attacking side. If you look at the wall, it's a new
yeah. On
graffiti. And
Ascent, on
on
Ascent.
Ascent,
Yeah,
yes. And the
with
first
the
time I
new
looked
music
at
video.
it,
Yeah.
the first time I looked at it, I thought, what ad is this? This literally looks like a ad of a beauty product or something like that. And that got me thinking, why can't, I mean, games do this?
Why don't we just
Where
log in
the
and
Dude,
see Leica
people.
ad over there?
Okay,
Why don't we just
okay.
see Fenty Beauty
Hold
when
on,
we
hold on,
log
hold on.
in? Right.
I know a very, very good use case for this. I've actually seen it. You know those flight simulators?
Yeah.
Dude,
Microsoft
Y-
please, please.
Right?
Well, you know
Some
why?
some
It's
guy.
because it's Microsoft. God damn it. It's Microsoft. That's the problem.
So yeah,
Fuck,
listen
bro.
to this.
Don't give them
So
any
there was this one
ideas.
flight simulator game. I'll try to get the URL for it later and send it to you guys.
Don't,
But
no.
unnecessary.
essentially, what it is it's a free flight simulator game. You can pay to fly certain planes. There are certain characteristics that every plane has that it abides by. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's essentially a flight simulator, and you can fly a plane around. When you're flying a plane around, there are hoardings, there are buildings, on top of which there are
Mhm.
different sort of advertisements. And the owner of this particular flight simulator, owner of that particular domain, URL, whatever you want, that application, he makes roughly, I think, 80 or $100,000 every month just by selling these ads because he has a user base of roughly 300 or 320,000 uh, yeah, per month. MAU,
Mhm.
yeah, monthly active users,
Wow.
320K. And he's selling ads worth roughly 100K based on that.
Okay.
And so
See, 100K
it's all they're all
monthly
digitally
again is
placed
not a
in the
lot,
game,
right?
right?
Yeah.
They're all just digitally placed in the game. You pay, you can actually, you don't even need any interaction with that guy to, go say, hey, I'll pay you this much. Can you give me that particular space in the game? No. You can actually just go, there's a whole selection menu from which you can, uh, bid on a particular space and just take it for XYZ
Fair
amount
play.
of hours, days.
I'm
Sounds
just
These
interesting,
things,
but
constantly
for a game like Valorant,
traumatized.
Guys,
games and ads,
do you
they have always went together. Not on PC, but definitely on mobile.
do you
Like
guys
most of the
remember
initial.
Do you guys remember when there was this? I think it's already done in soccer. The side rails that you see on which ads roll, different channel would have
They're
different
different,
ads
region, the region
yes.
specific.
depending
Yeah,
on the
region
Yeah.
region
specific.
and
Yep.
Yeah.
demography. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in FIFA as well, we can have that like in the game itself to make it more
No,
realistic.
see, that's the
Right?
thing. It's not more realistic. It's just annoying for the player.
Yeah.
Uh, like I don't want to see
Why?
that, right? Just don't
I
want to see
mean,
it.
you actually see that while watching a real
And I
football
sort of
game.
do, right? Like I see PlayStation's uh
Mhm.
like logos. I see all their sponsors' logos. So if someone's
Okay.
sponsoring and pushing the game,
Guys,
investors might
guys.
as well have their logos on there. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, but I've got to go. You guys continue. This
Uh,
workspace is closing up, so I'll see
okay.
you guys. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. See you.
Peace.
I'll
Bye.
send the link.
Good time.
Bye.
Let's do this again next weekend.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah. Bye.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye bye. Okay. Yeah, good.
See, on an average, studies say that we see nearly 1,000 to 2,000 ads a day.
That's more than
I'm
enough, man. I don't want the number to
I'm
increase,
done.
especially when the
I
numbers are
Exactly.
don't
not
want
gaming.
ads.
Yeah, same.
Like
Nobody
it's
wants the ads, and I don't want to pay to get rid of ads either. I'm paying so many places already.
see the
I don't want
problem
to pay for
is,
the fifth, sixth, seventh place.
dude, the problem is right now, Nintendo fucking stopped giving you the game after you buy the game. Like you don't own the game. Yeah. Did you read the new
You
terms and
own.
services? For
Yes, I did, and
yeah, so it's
uh,
basically
apparently, yeah. Go on.
yeah, you can't mod your Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, we're shifted to this topic now, but Nintendo Switch 2
Mhm.
released. I got one, and you can't mod your Nintendo Switch 2 because if they detect any mods, they'll just brick the whole device remotely. Like I can't use it
By
if I
mods,
mod the thing.
what do you mean by mods? Like, as
So
in what?
Fingertip
Physical
grips.
mods.
No, of course not. Of course not.
no, like any software mods that like unlock better performance or increase the voltage of the CPU to get more performance or speed up the fan or whatever. Like any kind of software mod that you do, if Nintendo detects it, your thing is bricked. Like you can't use it. That's fucked. Like I don't
It
own
is.
the thing that I
Absolutely
paid
is.
700
And
CAD
here's the
for.
thing, but here's the thing. It's not surprising. Nintendo has historically done that, right? Nintendo sues every Tom, Dick, and Harry that just even remotely has Charizard in their name somewhere, right? Nintendo just wants to keep everything to itself. And that's happened over and over again. There's a reason PlayStation games eventually come to PC. Xbox exclusive games, Halo,
Come to
it's come to
yeah,
PC. Forza has come to PC, right?
I know.
Like we've seen so many of the OG games come to PC. Have you ever seen
I know.
Nintendo
I
games come to PC?
know,
It just
dude.
doesn't happen. And it will never happen.
I know, but it's just
They're a close group of people that just want to keep it tight knit. And
sure.
that's the only reason Rudra bought a Switch.
Okay, I got it because
And
I
by
want
the
to
also
play
just spent
Pokemon,
$100
alright?
yesterday.
Huh?
And just
Oh,
spent $100 yesterday on another
yes,
product
and
key for which now he has to download the game again on his how much the storage? 512?
256 GB.
256. But then
They're
again, the Nintendo
optimized.
games. How big
They're
are they anyway?
optimized
Yeah, how
to
big
do
are they
this.
anyway? They're extremely optimized. Well, we'd like to roll
Uh,
with them.
but yeah, okay,
Well, since we're
listen.
talking about games, guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah,
I
it's
sort of
just
just wanted to.
yeah, you go ahead.
Mhm.
I was done anyways.
No, I just wanted to talk about the GTA 6 killer everybody was talking about,
Okay,
right?
I haven't heard
I
of
don't
this.
know if you know it.
No.
Mind's Eye, right?
Okay.
Big freaking trailer. Right? Just go on Google and just go GTA 6 killer. Right? Everybody was talking about it. Like the last 6 months has just popped off. Um, again, this is directed and developed by an ex Rockstar employee that's worked on previous GTAs.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Oh, hence
And the
it's a
game launched
GTA
yesterday.
killer.
No, it sort of had the trailer for it. it had
Okay.
it had like a bunch of stuff going for it, at least from the trailers. But it's never going to be a GTA 6 competitor, to be honest. It's really not the same genre. It's not even an open world game. Like people just, I feel like, forgot about all of that when they were making the GTA 6 game. But it's like we're back in 2018 again, where we've just gone back to a CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk release,
Bro,
where everything is just so buggy. It just looks the same. It plays the same, but now you're
dude,
third person, right?
it's
You're in a
bad. I'm looking
futuristic
at the
cyberpunk
trailer.
world. It is. Wait, forget the trailer, right? Look at the gameplay now.
Yeah, I'm
right?
looking at the gameplay.
You're just
Sorry.
going around.
It's so bad.
You go at someone, people are teleporting, and like stuff is just flying around. There's ragdoll physics just happening in the sky. Like we're back to just 2018 cyberpunk. It just feels regenerating. It's like wow, we're going back, guys. We're just going back to a time where
Dude, the
yes,
moment
games sucked again.
dude, the moment somebody hits like if you like hit someone with a car, the moment you touch them, they start ragdoll physics. Like it's like they go limp. they go limp the moment you touch them with a car, and they go. Like it's so fucking.
Yes. Oh, also, by the way, the thing is, I watched a bunch of reviews of people that played the game and paid, like what 80 USD for the game. Imagine. But in 2025, a game that was termed the GTA killer doesn't have a police system. Doesn't have a police system.
What?
Doesn't exist. Yes, it's just
It's just not there.
it's just you can go around stomping pedestrians, right? You
Okay.
can mow them down. You could. This is gonna
Like
go on
end their
YouTube. So
lineage,
you could do all
generational
blah
murder.
blah blah. Yes, all of that, and that's it.
Nothing
Nothing.
happens.
You're just running around. Yeah, nothing happens, and it's a retro futuristic
Damn.
city. It's a cyberpunk city. You know, cyberpunk. You have cops just they just spawn right behind you, right? And you don't even have that in this game. It's just funny.
Dude,
It's just extremely funny.
that's insane. Like
Yeah,
they
so
even
definitely.
thought.
Like I
And
feel like this game standalone would have got
uh-huh.
like some amount of players, people would have understood, and eventually just probably built a player base after regular updates. But then they went ahead and termed themselves the GTA 6 killer, which sort of just kill them. Right? They took a very long shot. They should have just played it safe. They should have said, maybe better than San Andreas. They should have started there.
Maybe
And
better than
worked their way
San
up.
Andreas.
Yeah.
Dude, the gameplay that I watched, it literally looked like it's like low polygon face, all right, and the lips are moving with the dialogue. Oh god, it looks so bad.
See, what you should do is you should probably just like in post maybe just add a little bit of the gameplay when
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
releasing this,
I'll.
right?
Even
So
when we were talking about the
that'll be
glasses, I
great.
was finding this. Even when we were talking about the glasses, I was trying to look for this
Mhm.
concept that someone did, and it's like from the moment you wake, and let's say you have like some kind of eye implant, right, and then it that's your
Mhm.
AR device. The moment you wake, there's like with your alarm, there's an advertisement, right, and then when you're cooking, there's bread advertisement. Then you're going to your
Ooh.
subway, and there's a whole subway floor is advertisement, and there's people's faces are advertisements. I have to find
Was
that
this
video.
uploaded on a channel called Datta's alt account?
Dude, Datta was really selling
Yeah,
it. He's really selling it.
yeah, I was sold, man. I was sold.
I'm
Like I just wanted to go on YouTube to find the liquid glass clip, but then I ended up just typing cool advertisements to watch. Like I just got brainwashed.
Dude, he sold it so much that I was already angry and wanted his company to go bankrupt. Oh fuck.
Oh shit! Okay, that's too far.
Oh fuck, dude. But yeah, I think
See,
what do
I like how we had just news to talk about. We had like Magnus Carlsen slams the table, but
oh
I don't want to
yeah.
talk about that anymore because people have just taken that and made multiple versions of it. Right? I've seen a lot of cool things.
Yeah,
One of the coolest videos I saw recently was just this guy checking in his baggages at the airport,
right.
and the bag is exactly 14.9 kgs.
Okay.
And like I just bounced the table. This guy just losing his shit.
Oh fuck.
That was kind of cool. That was pretty cool.
Dude, it's like Magnus Carlsen played like Valorant last night before going for that match. And then he retained that anger. He's like, fucking Phoenix, flash me again. And then, but
Dude,
yeah.
I've like, again just going back to games, okay?
Okay, yeah, we're just jumping around topics. There's no
Yeah.
transition. Fuck transitions.
Yeah. Nvidia. Okay.
And
There we go.
yeah, yes.
Yeah, I gotta pick something up. These guys. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, these
Okay.
guys, yeah.
Sorry, Nvidia, we like you. My company is part of Nvidia Inception program. Shout out Nvidia. I mean, why am I shouting out Nvidia?
They don't need your
Nice
shout
guys.
outs, dude.
Like, they don't need my shout out. They don't need my shout out. But
Nah, fuck Nvidia, man.
I feel like they lost their plot, my guy. They lost their plot. Nvidia's lost its plot
Why?
long ago. It's been about 2 years since they've done anything for the consumers.
True.
And especially at CES, if you don't know, it's consumer electronics
Yeah.
showcase.
They only
Yeah.
showcase AI
And
development platforms.
9 minutes in, we're done just talking about the RTX 50 series. Jensen Huang just comes in, he's like, whoa, here's a 50 series card. Put that in the back burner. Hey, Blackwell GPUs, guys. Now let's talk AI. And he just goes full absolute cinema. He just goes bonkers.
Oh, dude.
And we're just talking in 138 trillion teraflops, right? Which nobody really consumers
we
don't really
can't-
care about. I sort of do, but
But we can't get 60
Consumers don't.
FPS in Cyberpunk without frame generation.
yeah. Oh,
Dude.
new
what?
controversy.
Yeah.
Yes, regarding Nvidia's RTX 5060 series. right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Apparently, like I've been following a lot of uh, PC related content creators for a long time. Right, we're talking a
Right.
decade, more than a decade.
Yeah,
Gamers
I think
Nexus,
all of
um,
us. Yeah.
literally the Jesus of gaming
Baby.
and PC.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. Oh, we've got Linus. We've got Jace Two Cents. One of my
Oh,
favorite
just two
creators ever.
cents. Yeah.
Uh,
One of the best.
and everybody has just been talking about how Nvidia has had this very strict embargo. It's not just an embargo, but it's sort of like, hey, you just please don't talk shit about
Can't.
5060
Yeah.
is what they're trying
Yeah.
to say, right? And 5060, is it bad? It's horrible, right?
It's not bad.
It's just bad, right? We don't
Okay.
like why, right? Multi-frame gen gimmick, yes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
again the concept of real frames versus generated frames. People want to talk about that. Divyansh here is sitting with an RTX 3060, right? But here's the thing: he lucked out, and he has the 12 GB RAM version.
All right.
He's got
Yep.
12 gigs of VRAM, which
Yeah,
is pretty
but
cool. So he doesn't even need frame gen. He's running Wukong at 24 FPS, easy.
24. Okay.
And
Yeah, so
especially considering the prices compared to like AMD counterparts, right? Definitely, right? The RTX 90 series, like the 90 series, as in like the 90s, 4090s, 5090s, a league apart. Definitely good.
yeah.
4080 Supers, 5080 Supers, 5080 Ti. If I don't know if it came out, definitely much better than even the 7900 XT, 9900 XT, X, whatever, any of
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
compatible part from AMD. But when it comes to rasterized gaming, right, and price to performance,
Mm-hmm.
over and over again, AMD's just been slashing. It's been winning by a margin compared to Nvidia,
Okay. About
and
that,
Nvidia just doesn't want to do anything about it. Yeah.
they don't want to because they're still making money. But even
Mhm.
AMD, like their 9060, it's not. I mean, it's
No.
just there. It's just like it doesn't do
Yeah,
anything.
the 60 series
It,
GPUs just exist. They just like to be there.
yeah, they're
They
just part of the
basically
family. They're the
they
middle
all just end
child.
up
Nobody cares.
middle child. Yeah, they are the middle child. In terms of that yes, they are the middle child. But they just end up becoming laptop GPUs. Right?
Exactly. Like,
Every alternate gaming laptop just has a 3060, 4060,
yeah.
AMD 9060, 7600. So
Like nobody cares
7600,
about
I
those
don't think
GPUs,
has
dude.
a
It's just there. They're just there. Uh, but yeah, from
again, not good.
GPUs, another
Talking about
green
game
company.
performance.
Talking about green companies, Xbox.
Mhm.
They
Oh
see
yeah,
that was a good transition. See, Nvidia, green
that's a
company.
beautiful transition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
there we
the
go.
color green, the branding color, not the eco green.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
the eco far off.
far, far. Yeah, but Xbox. All
Too
right.
far, yeah. Yeah.
I have this thing called Steam Deck. So they
They killed
essentially,
it.
yeah, they essentially like came in with a big ass oiled, like unoiled rod, and then put it and shoved it up, shoved it up Xbox's ass. Cause like it's so funny. It took them even like this Steam Deck came out like what 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. Yeah.
You said
So
you said you said Xbox shoved it up Xbox's ass.
no,
You
no.
meant
Oh,
to say
sorry.
Valve's ass.
Steam Deck shoved it up
Yeah.
Xbox's ass. Make sure we're talking about the right ass. So
Mhm.
basically, this. So what they did was Xbox didn't care. They were trying to push their subscription models, and then Steve Gabin, the CEO of Valve, the maker of Steam,
Yeah.
so they
Yeah.
he realized that people are actually like sure they have their PCs, they have their PlayStations to play things on, but that's not enough hardware. And they saw that how popular Nintendo Switch was, so they actually made a working OS and put it in a handheld form factor which
Why are
runs
you describing the
Linux.
Steam Deck as if it hasn't come out 4 years
I
ago?
know. I'm
What are
just
you talking
explaining.
about?
I'm just explaining how simple it is, right? You know about this.
Yes.
You know how it works. But it took 4 or 5 years for Xbox to figure out how it works, and then finally do something about it. Fucking Windows ROG Ally. Okay, it has better hardware, but it runs Windows, and it was getting like less like less FPS than what Steam Deck was, because just how bloated the
Absolutely.
fucking Windows as an operating system is. You want to talk about obesity? I'll talk about Windows. All right, that's how fucking bloated like Windows is. It has so much telemetry shit that nobody uses except for Microsoft to steal your
100%.
data. It's insane.
Yes.
And and
Yes.
finally
I
they
agree.
had and finally they had the brilliant idea, the brightest idea, that how about we actually optimize our OS? How about we do that? Instead of adding GitHub Copilot on our taskbars, how about we actually optimize Windows, right? And they finally ended up making this collaboration with ROG, Asus ROG, to make a handle that'll come out later this year, uh, which actually looks
Hold on.
promising. But
Yes,
yeah,
and this is what PS Portal wanted to be. Right
yeah.
now, PlayStation's Portal is just out here, sitting in the corner, right, looking at the Switch 2, looking at OLED, I mean, like Steam Deck, and they're looking at the Ally X, and it's just freaking out. It's like, whoa, what?
You can do that?
Lenovo's also got a handheld.
I know. It's
Yeah,
like they forgot about
and
PSP, dude. Like one of the most famous handheld things.
oh, the tech gadget is over here. We've got everything,
Dude,
even
he had his,
PSP from the
he had,
2000s.
he has his PSP on hand. That's crazy. Dude, it's like Sony
Yeah.
forgot about this. Why?
This- Dude, Sony just gave up after PS Vita came out. Right, PS Vita was a crushing disaster. It was too expensive for the market back then. It was a big transition from a traditional PSP, and well, they just lost their plot.
Dude,
That's at least that's what I think happened.
I mean, sure. It's just like PSP was such a huge success. Like I'm pretty sure PSP was like one of the best handhelds back then, and then they just had
It was the only like
yeah, I mean, except for
proper
Nintendo
handheld back then.
DS,
Like if you're not
I
considering
guess.
Game Boy, if you're not considering DS,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
wait, okay. Like Nintendo fanboys are gonna hate the fact that I just didn't really consider 3DS
Yeah.
and DS a handheld. It very much is.
Yeah.
It's got a camera, guys. Well, cool stuff. We used to
Yeah.
record videos with that.
Dude,
And
but
the 3D in the 3DS XL, I don't know if you guys have used it when it came
have,
out.
yeah.
I lost my shit. I was a kid, just like
It was insane.
walking around.
It was so
and,
good.
Yeah, my friend had it. I'm just opening it. I'm like, whoa, like what? Oh,
He
there we go.
has it right now. Is it 3DS or the? Yeah, it's 3DS. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Does it work
No,
though?
this is DS Lite.
Oh, DS Lite. Okay.
Yeah, it's a DS Lite.
All right. Yeah,
Wait,
I
the
mean,
DS Lite does have the camera, doesn't it? It doesn't.
No, it does not. It does not.
It doesn't. The DS1 does. If I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure.
yeah, but basically, yeah, like I think it's the handled. Like, I think the dream, like, I mean, Nintendo already does this, but I think the dream is that a handle. Oh, nice. I mean, the bottom screen's fucked.
Well,
But
Yeah, that needs to be replaced.
okay, he has a Pokemon Platinum running on it. A man of culture.
yeah.
Yeah. See, Pokemon's good. But yeah, I think the dream is like Nintendo already does it, but I think the dream is that you have a handheld console, and then like imagine like you have your PS5, all right, and then you just put your hand in the PS5 and pull out a handheld console, and it's like half the power, but you can still play shit on it like at a good enough rate, like 1080p, 24 FPS or 30 FPS, and then you just put it back in, and then it's the full fat, like it suddenly has access to external GPU, external power source, and then everything, and then it's a full fat, like huge console.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
like
external
that's
GPU
a
something.
normal PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, Razer actually conceptualized this, right?
yeah,
Razer
yeah.
was pushing towards this where they had their phones, right? I mean, they kind of just pivoted their phones. I feel like initially their idea was to make a handheld, and they had
Right.
external GPUs already in the fly, already ready. We had the Razer Blade series. The Blade Pros obviously had very good GPUs for that time, right?
I forgot
I'm
Razer
sure they
made
still
phones.
are pretty. Well, Razer did make phones. They
Yeah, I
still do, I
forgot.
think. And well, we've just all forgotten that Razer as a company that also makes
Shit.
laptops
Yeah.
and phones. So, yeah, and the Razer Blade, believe it or not, back in like 10th grade was like sort of my dream laptop. It's like I just
Yeah, it
wanted a Razer
was.
Blade because it was so sleek.
It's
It's like
so
having a
good.
MacBook. Yeah, it's like it was like this thin, but then you could
Yeah.
game on it. It's like
Yeah.
whoa, magical, right? But I don't care.
Yeah.
I know, I just don't care. Gaming
I,
laptops is just not my thing.
yeah. Gaming laptops,
But
it's just tough. Like you need to pivot everything to ARM and then develop games for it and get a good operating system. Hopefully, SteamOS, Linux, and not Windows. I really hope Windows fucking die. Like as a thing, it just collapses, and then you have Linux, like SteamOS, open source. Fucking, I can like I just hope that's where gaming leads. All right, because I'm done. I'm done with Windows. So fucking
fair
insane.
play. Oh, by the way, so since we're talking about that, um, I am on this public repackaged version of Windows, right?
Okay.
Microsoft could sue me for this, 100%. I'm a KMS Pico guy.
Okay.
I
What is
don't buy
that?
a Windows license key. I could. Oh, see. Here's the thing, right? Uh, people with a budget know what a KMS Pico is. But I say
Okay.
that counterintuitively when I already spent like $2,500 on my PC, right? And I just don't want to spend another extra $10 on a Windows
Yeah.
key, and I'll go out of my way. So, KMS Pico is just a keygen. It's a glorified keygen
Okay. Okay.
for any Windows operating system. And I found their core script, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I sent it to my friend who also plays Valorant, and he had his Riot Vanguard running. So I just sent it as an email saying hacks Valorant to see if he actually gets banned. That was just a side quest. Nothing ended up happening. So I guess Vanguard is just like, whoa, you look like you're cheating. That's about how much I can detect. But the interesting thing is, I'm on Tiny 11, right? It's a redistributed version of Windows with
Okay.
zero bloatware, right? So the
Okay.
minimum spec for Windows 11 is, first of all, you require TPMS, you
Mm-hmm.
require secure boot, you require like a lot of things on the hardware level also, which is
Yeah.
namely the TPMS, and you require at least 8 gigs of RAM to be able to use the latest
Right.
Windows. Yes.
Yep.
With Tiny 11, without all the bloatware, with the TPMS checks pulled out, right? Uh, it's a very, very light OS. And all I have is just Edge and a few other important applications. I have like control panel and all of that important, like file explorer and all of that stuff
Yeah.
already in the PC. And that's about it, right? And you can run it on a
Okay.
minimum of 4 GB of RAM. So it can run on a laptop from the 2000s, like early 2000s. It should be able to comfortably run on a laptop from early 2000s.
I
And it's
mean,
very cool. It's very, very cool.
exactly, dude. Like, if you think your laptop's going out of like it doesn't work anymore, just try installing Linux on it, and it'll feel like a new laptop. Like that's
Yeah,
yeah.
true.
100%.
Yep. All
And this
right.
is just Windows. It's Windows end to end. We've got drivers, we've
Yeah.
got everything.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I saw like there's like new bloatware debloating tools like Christitis something. It's called. I
See,
don't
I
know.
just
It's.
I
I
didn't
mean,
have to look it up because I was in Tiny 11.
okay. Wait.
Check it
Let me
out.
check.
You gotta check
Chris
it out. Yeah,
Titus.
100%. Yeah.
I wrote Chris Titus. Wait. Chris Titus.
Chris Titus.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Chris Titus
Windows
Tech,
Windows
and then
utility. I see it.
yeah, he has a WinUtil. Yeah, it's just Chris Titus Windows
Yeah, I see it. I see
utility,
it.
and
Yeah,
then you can just
it's again a script, right? On
yeah,
PowerShell.
it's just this bash script that
Uh,
runs on your Windows PowerShell, and then
yeah.
you can just check off things that you don't want. Like you can disable telemetry. You can switch off. You can you can switch off
That's good, man.
Adobe
Holy shit.
network block, and then there's more things. But yeah,
There you go. The last commit was 5 days ago on their main branch.
yeah. I mean, they're pretty.
They've merged
updated.
a PR in the
Yeah.
main branch 5 days ago. That's impressive.
Yeah,
So it's
and
constantly
it's
getting updated.
pretty.
That's very
Yeah,
nice.
it's pretty
I like that. I'd like
supported.
to see that.
So, yeah, all right. I think that's all.
That's clean.
That's our rant for today.
Yeah.
We are on an hour mark. I think we're more than. Oh no, it's almost an hour.
Almost
right.
an hour, yeah.
Yep. All right. I think that was it for
It's a quick
today.
recap.
This week, a quick recap of whatever our thoughts were and whatever happened this week. We'll be back next week, and hopefully, something interesting happens in tech, or else we'll have to talk about our lives. So, yeah, I'll probably play a bit on the Switch too, so that I can give a review next. In the next week's episode. But yeah, all right. See you
There's
guys.
more
Bye
things.
bye.
Excited for next week. See ya.
So yeah, subscribe on this podcast. So if you guys need to, like, if you guys want to keep up with our rants, you can subscribe. I think
Yes.
that's it. I don't know how to do this YouTube thing enough. I don't know how to do it enough. Okay, I'm like,
Well, and he's the only one on the channel.
Yeah. Okay.
See, I'd even forgotten. I forgot this was going on YouTube.
All right. Yeah. Subscribe. Okay. Bye.